Solidarity forever. Comrades, we have just rounded off a 3 days program on pre-COP30 synthesis meeting for the NLC, Nigeria Labour Congress, Climate Change, Green Jobs and Just Transition Program here in Kefi, Nasarawa State, where we've had a very wonderful time sharing ideas, experiences, and also rubbing minds together on how best to project the concerns and aspirations of Nigerian workers at COP30. COP30 is simply the conference of the parties. That is the global conference that holds every year that aggregates different interests and different perspectives and different demands on global climate change issues, including workers' issues, including communities issues, including government issues, local government issues, state government issues, name it. So all these concerns, they all confluence at the conference of the parties meeting. So this year it will take place in Belém. Belém is in the Amazon region of Brazil, and Brazil in South America. So they are hosting this year's COP, and it will be a very wonderful COP because it's called the Implementation COP. All of the discussions, all of the conversations, all of the dialogues that have taken place over the years, all the declarations and statements and positions adopted in several COP before this time, COP 1 to 29. Now we're going to see real action. Action to save the planet, because the planet is in trouble. Our Mother Earth is in trouble. The global temperature is rising higher and higher every day. Every year brings up new records of temperature rise. And we are beginning to see the emergence of several tipping points. Tipping points are irreversible points where climate change could drive us to a point of extinction. And now scientists are saying that, look, we are even approaching some of the major tipping points, including the bleaching and the disappearance of the coral reefs in the different ocean bodies across the world. And that is a very problematic thing for the whole world, because the marine ecosystem, the marine life, of course, the entire food chain of the world depends on the health of the coral reefs. And these things are going because of climate change. So we need to take action. And for workers' livelihoods are on the line. Workers all over the world, especially in countries like Nigeria, where we have very weak social protection measures. The defenses, the protection, the barriers for workers are being withered away by the insurgents of climate impact. And therefore, we need to take action at Belém. And what are the demands for workers? We have demands from national point of view, regional point of view, and global point of view. At the national point of view, we're saying that we need to mainstream workers into all the discussions and all the implementation strategies and implementation leverages that will happen after COP30. And also, we want, for Nigeria, debt cancellation. Debt is a big overhang on our economy, and many people are suffering, especially workers, because when there is too much debt overhang, you have dislocation in social services, healthcare, public education, welfare programs will all suffer, and workers are the ones who bear the brunt of it. And we're saying, please remove these debts. We have suffered enough from historical injustices against our continent, against our country, slave trade, colonialism, neocolonialism, they're all big issues on our shoulder. So when you add the issue of debt, it becomes really killing. So we're saying remove the debt, cancel the debt. And also we're talking about the issue of energy security. Our economies are dependent on this fossil fuel. Nigeria's depends a lot on the revenue that comes from fossil fuel, exportation of crude oil, harnessing of gas, and other income that come from crude oil. And we're saying if you remove these things, suddenly our economies will suffer shocks. And therefore we're saying, please ensure that we have a just transition. Let there be a just transition that will guarantee us energy security, energy stability, energy sovereignty along public pathways. Let government take interest in the ownership of our energy, of power supply. Currently, the cost of power supply is killing and workers are dying. Workers can't afford the current price regime, the tariff of electricity. It's so high, and therefore that should be part of the consideration and discussion at COP30. Reduce the price of electricity because workers must breathe. And then also finally, we're going to talk about the issue of mainstreaming of all voices, gender voices, mainstreaming of workers' voices, ensuring that there is an implementation mechanism that Belém delivers social justice, economic justice, and of course, climate justice for everybody. That is our demands for COP30. Thank you, and God bless you. My name is Comrade Eche Azuzu. I'm the National Coordinator of the Nigeria Labour Congress Program on Climate Change, Green Jobs, and Just Transition. Thank you.